Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because
This is all procedure regarding custom, and I will give you my very good instruction from the line. Please say hi to you and most welcome to Dubai. And if there is anything from Dubai police, we are happy to serve you. Thank you so much. Anything?
You know what happened? You know what happened? Playing with your boy.
Just like that, one of the flashiest empires in all of sports is suddenly being talked about like it's collapsing in real time. And no, this isn't just another wild rumor, another recycled internet post, or some lazy clickbait headline built to farm attention. What's sending people into a frenzy now is the claim that a secret audio recording has surfaced, and if the story attached to that tape is even partially true, it could become the most damaging scandal Floyd Mayweather has ever faced outside the ring. For years, Floyd sold the world an image of absolute untouchability. Private jets, exotic cars lined up like trophies, shopping sprees that cost more than most people's homes, and stacks of cash displayed like props in a never-ending luxury film. But suddenly that image is being challenged from every direction. The man who built a brand on being the best ever is now being linked online to what some are describing as a staggering $600 million fraud scandal. And the twist making this even more
everybody know about business. You don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the.
So let's slow this down and go piece by piece, because the details being thrown around are massive. The story now circulating isn't just about one bad investment, one angry business partner, or one ugly lawsuit. It's being framed as something far bigger, a tangled web of alleged deception, inflated wealth claims, questionable financial moves, offshore money, luxury used as camouflage, and a possible attempt to stay one step ahead of investigators. At the center of all of it is a question that people are suddenly asking out loud instead of whispering.
It always come to money.
Why not? I mean, everything you got don't cost money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'd be the same person.
The entire storm really exploded because of one thing: the alleged recording. According to the version spreading online, a voice sounding very similar to Floyd Mayweather can be heard speaking in a low, tense, urgent tone. Nothing like the confident, boastful Floyd people are used to hearing. He's not talking about boxing. He's not talking about endorsements, jewelry, or his next event. He's allegedly talking about getting out before they arrive. He's said to reference moving the rest of his accessible money into offshore accounts beyond the reach of American authorities. The claim is that this audio was captured inside a highly secure luxury hotel suite in Dubai. And that's what makes the tape so chilling to people following the story. If the voice is real and if the context is accurate, then this wasn't a man blindsided by bad luck. This was allegedly a man who saw a storm coming and was trying to move before it hit him. And the reason, according to the rumors, wasn't some minor dispute or routine legal issue. It was fear tied to a much larger federal case involving alleged To understand why people are taking the rumors seriously, many are now revisiting Floyd's history with questionable business moves. One of the biggest examples people keep bringing up is the crypto scandal that already left a stain on his reputation. Back in the late 2010s crypto boom, when celebrities were jumping into digital coins and blockchain hype like it was free money, Floyd was one of the loudest names in the room. He posted about it heavily, embraced the image, and even joked publicly that people could call him Floyd Crypto Mayweather. He promoted Centratech.
And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
Because behind the glossy marketing, Centratech later became associated with serious fraud allegations. Investigators said the company had sold a fantasy, fake executives, fake credentials, fake infrastructure, and promises that weren't backed by reality. Investors who trusted the promotion got burned, while the founders ended up facing criminal consequences. Floyd himself wasn't treated like some innocent genius investor caught in the crossfire. Regulators came down on him too, penalizing him and restricting his ability to promote certain financial products because he failed to disclose he had been paid. That was a huge blow, not just financially but reputationally.
You were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything what that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just knowing, not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And
Yeah.
you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script. And
And if that wasn't enough, people are also pulling up the old IRS drama as another sign that the money image may have never been as stable as it looked. Floyd spent years telling the world he was the richest man in boxing, flexing income figures that sounded like movie budgets. He famously made the Pacquiao fight feel like a financial coronation, and then later positioned the McGregor fight as another money avalanche. But then came the uncomfortable contradiction. The same Floyd who posted cash mountains and talked billionaire talk reportedly asked the IRS for extra time to handle his tax burden from 2015. That single detail shook a lot of people. Because if you are truly sitting on endless liquid wealth, why would you need to delay taxes until the next mega...
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen. He apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
That's BS.
something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
you know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced. I'll get your calls in a second. They did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather Pacquiao fight was. $100.
And that's why so many people now look backward and say the warning signs may have been there all along. If someone is truly untouchable financially, they don't need years to straighten out tax obligations from a peak earning year. They don't have to wait on the next event to clean up the last one. Critics argue that this suggested Floyd had money, yes, but not necessarily the kind of easy access, bulletproof, always liquid fortune he was selling to the public. Fast forward to the newer Manhattan property controversy, and suddenly the pattern becomes even more suspicious to people already inclined to doubt him. Reports began circulating that Floyd had made a jaw-dropping real estate move involving Upper Manhattan. Dozens of buildings, over 1,000 residential units, and a price tag so huge it sounded like a power
Style, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
The claim, as repeated across social media and various articles, was that Floyd had personally secured the entire portfolio himself. No investor group, no major corporate partners, no hidden consortium, Just Floyd Mayweather making a giant move and hinting that he also had control over retail spaces underneath the same buildings. On the surface, it was classic Money Mayweather branding. Bigger, louder, more unbelievable than everyone else. But once people started inspecting it, the story got shaky.
Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
That's where the speculation took an even darker turn. Some observers began suggesting the Manhattan deal may have been more than a brag. It may have functioned as a way to move money, hide money, or dress up questionable cash flows in the appearance of a legitimate property acquisition. To be clear, those are allegations and theories, not proven facts. But they've spread because of the timing. The story goes that authorities were already interested in financial flows linked to shell company
Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York.
Investigators and analysts, at least according to the reports feeding this narrative, have reportedly been asking simple but devastating questions. If this Manhattan move was real in the way it was sold, where is the complete paper trail? What financial institution closed something of that scale? Why aren't the building details and public records lining up in a clean, obvious way? Why did Floyd's team allegedly go quiet when pushed for specifics? In normal high-end real estate, a transaction of that size is handled through armies of lawyers, lenders, compliance people, and public documentation. It doesn't just appear on social media like a fashion flex. And that's why critics say if the deal was overstated, partially...
I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
And then there's Dubai, the place that keeps popping up in these conversations like the setting of a thriller. A lot of people have wondered why Floyd has spent so much time there, why the Middle East suddenly became such a recurring destination, and why it seems to be linked to some of the most intense rumors surrounding him. Of course, on the surface, Dubai... One reason the theory keeps spreading is because Dubai is often described online as a place where high-profile wealthy people can buy time, move carefully, and make life more complicated for outside authorities, especially when cross-border legal issues are involved. So while pressure was allegedly building back in the United States, Floyd appeared to be living large overseas, doing exhibitions, posting luxury, and acting as if nothing could reach him. But the leaked audio changed the mood. Suddenly, people stopped seeing Dubai as a glamorous vacation backdrop and started viewing it.
I'm disappointed. I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yachts and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted to fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle the score. And let me tell you how the IRS works, Skip.
Do you have experience?
I have experience with them.
Okay.
Experience. What they like to do, if you owe them, they're not going to send you a letter right away. They let that thing occur.
And the bigger truth this rumor cycle is forcing people to confront is uncomfortable. The money persona may always have depended more on performance than people wanted to admit. Floyd told the world he was making unimaginable numbers for fights like Pacquiao and McGregor. He built his image like he was the Bezos of combat sports. But once people started...
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.